What's going on, guys? It's Colin here for NextGenTactics, and after my first impressions video, I figured I'd owe you guys a bit better gameplay and some rush attack footage. So here I am. I'm on the attack on Operation Metro. I actually have two squad mates with me that were friends that were communicating. I got Ty Webb and Hobo and Army, and Hobo rushes this first crate, and I think he rushes both the crates. This guy's a jackrabbit. He gets all the crates, so eventually his game crashed and I got to arm a few MCOM stations. But basically what we're doing, what I want to do with this video is, just give you a look at how to kind of navigate this map and play through it. Because in the alpha trial, the attackers very rarely won, and I'm seeing that that trend is still kind of continuing here in the beta, in that people are afraid to push for those objectives, and it's just, anyway, double spray here for you guys. And what I'm doing is I'm posting up and just trying to maintain this map control between the two objectives. I'm cutting off any defenders that try and go disarm, and yep, the team's able to go in and get it armed. I promise, I will get my hands dirty. I will get a few crates armed later on, but basically, what you want to do is kind of sneak up the middle. The flanking routes are often covered. You can flank left, but there's going to be tons of camping snipers and that sort of thing, and also the support class LMG with a bipod and a magnified scope. That thing is just absolutely deadly, so you really have to move around more carefully in this game, I would say, than you do in Bad Company 2. And occasionally you're going to see that that deadly scope glint off in the distance just before you get dropped. So anyway, it's a little bit more challenging. You have to be slow and steady in approaching these objectives and taking your map control, as opposed to some of my Bad Company 2 gameplay where you would see me just kind of really rush. And I like this clip right here, pick off a couple of them, run it out of ammo, kit switch, and get another guy. So we got this base cleared out. That's one thing you really want to be careful of, is after you take the first base, they like to hang out outside in the rocks and that sort of thing and try and pick you guys off as you spawn. So spawn killing is a big thing. Linger in your deployment. Try and take you down as many tickets as possible. Now, in the alpha trial, there was actually a vehicle on this map, and they've removed that. I'm not quite sure why, but they have rearranged the MCOM stations. So if you take note of where those MCOMs were, in the alpha, there used to be one in the gazebo. If you see any videos claiming to be beta footage where the MCOM is in the back gazebo by the enemy spawn, it is not beta footage. So making our way into these tunnels, this is a really tough push, because it's just so easy for one or two players with an LMG and a bipod or an assault rifle to just camp the sight lines and the choke points. So if you get through this base, this and the third base are really the two hardest in Operation Metro. It's a bitch to get through here, I'm not gonna lie. Now, they have opened it up so that you can flank a little bit further down the left. If you do manage to clear out the choke point and clear the sight line, then you can push pretty far down the left hand side and actually kind of get a flank going. So that's what we try and do here to take the A crate, and I'm gonna go far left and just basically try and be a spawn point and hide out, and I believe Hobo's gonna go in and arm the crate. So you again have to push carefully, have to push together. If you don't do that, then you're just not going to win. You're just going to trickle in and get mowed down as you come through these tunnels. And I haven't unlocked smoke. I haven't unlocked a whole lot at this point. Actually, I get a pile of unlocks, but you'll see what happens at the end of the game. And unfortunately, I don't get to keep them when it's all said and done. So it's a beta. Things have there's been some issues with the servers, although tonight we were able to get into games and join as a squad of 3, which is a huge improvement over how things have been. There's been really long queues to get into some of these PC servers, and the logistics of how the beta was rolled out, I think, has frustrated some people as well. Now, Operation Metro, I'm finding, especially outside, where they made some changes to try and balance things and give the attackers a better chance, a little bit glitchy. So, just keep that in mind, that it's not going to be representative of the final product, but it is absolutely beautiful. So here I'm kind of taking my time. I'm just trying to scope it out and clean out any defenders and try and move around and make a push. And what you want to do is you'll see the area we take control of in a second. I rush and I actually get killed here, but my squad mates are going to make basically a suicide push up the escalators. So once you take control of this upper level, then that's the area that you really want to hold down in order to take the right-hand side objective, which is the B crate. So it's not as bad because you have some cover to flank down the left-hand side in around those train cars, and you can kind of hug the left-hand wall. That's not as easy to do for the B crate on the right-hand side. So taking control, getting around and getting up that escalator, I've found to be very, very effective. So now, that being said, there's always going to be people waiting up those stairs for me, but what you gonna do? So right here, I totally fuck up. I don't know what I was doing. I looked to the left. I've been having a few mouse issues where things kind of jump around even though I don't want them to, but my squad mate actually revives me. So when you get revived, you're picked up with your pistol in your hand. It's kind of like Last Stand in Call of Duty. So you have to opt for the revive, but you do have the opportunity with your pistol out to defend yourself until you can choose to be revived. So that's pretty cool. It's better than the Bad Company 2 system where you can get picked up anytime. And if you get killed while you're there with your pistol out, if you're not actively engaging any enemies, that doesn't count as a death. So actually, it doesn't count as an additional death. If you don't if you accept a revive, I'm pretty sure it does not count as a death. I'm going to have to verify that. I don't think it did in the alpha. But anyway, we do manage to clear this hallway out and push them back. That's kind of the route you want to take at this point to get this this right-hand crate, the B crate, and I'm basically going to camp out and just defend my arm crate. So, you know, we are managing to do this. Once I have smoke grenades available and we have some, there's a radio beacon gadget as well for the recon kit, which is a mobile spawn point that you lay down. It's like tac insertion in Call of Duty. I know I'm making all kinds of Call of Duty references, but I know that a lot of you are coming over from that game, possibly to check out Battlefield 3. There was a spawn beacon as well in like 2142, but for those of you that haven't played some of the older Battlefield titles, you know, that's essentially what it is. So you lay it down, it gives you a spawn point. So right here, we're going to make a push, and that's kind of the thing that you have to do sometimes because people are camping. You just have to kind of put your head down and push to a safe spot, take cover, heal up, but, you know, you're going to have to get in the line of fire. You're going to have to put yourself in danger in order to make these pushes and get some map control happening. Otherwise, it's just, they're going to push you back, and you're going to lose over and over and over again. So we get this left-hand A crate armed, and I'm actually going to prone out here next to it, and once again, just kind of be a cutoff, but nobody's coming. They're going to just sit back and try and camp our spawn at this point, so it's what happens on every base. You just kind of get used to it, and they've actually increased the ticket count over the alpha and over Bad Company 2. So it used to be 75 tickets, now it's 100. They've really tried to give the attackers a better chance, although that means that some of these games can go on for quite a while. So anyway, you do have 100 tickets, and I still haven't got my damn Xbox beta key yet, but I did see that on Xbox it was the same thing. It was 100 tickets. So I'm kind of thinking that if the game plays reasonably well, once again, kind of like how I felt about Bad Company 2, is that Rush was more fun on the console for me, and Conquest was more fun on the PC, as I tactically put my head down and just sprint down this alleyway, and you just don't do that. Learn from my mistakes. There's always going to be somebody waiting on all sight lines around every corner. You really have to navigate the map carefully because there is a lot of camping happening, and that's fine. Like, they're defending, and they're defending our exit points from the terminal, so you know, that's perfectly fine. I don't mean to bitch. So anyway, moving on, we're out into the final base, and really the trick here is to push out of the buildings. You see a lot of people just standing around. Well, if you stand around, then you're going to get an RPG for like a quad kill if you're not careful, and I almost get taken out there, but I do manage to get outside. I want to heal up before I make another push, because again, you know, I'm just going to have to put myself out in the open. And on PC, I know I can't wait to actually play this on Xbox, but on PC, you know, with the mouse and keyboard, people are actually able to target you a little bit faster. So making those sprints through open areas from cover to cover can be very challenging. You have to be careful. So I'm going to push in and arm the B crate. And actually, it's unfortunate because Hobo, who was on our squad, his game crashed, and then he wound up on the other squad, and he was the only one going after the disarm. So he gets blown up. This next guy that you don't see in my kill cam gets blown up. Hoba has time to spawn in again and go disarm the damn crate. So I was pretty frustrated there. Felt that we were robbed of certain victory. But you'll see what happens here in the not too distant future. So already made a push up the right-hand side. if you can get around the corner, you know, you can kind of prone out and try and attack the A crate. It's hidden inside this building, so I've seen a lot of people actually running around like chickens with their heads cut off, just not able to figure out where this crate is. You have to shoot out the plywood covering the windows. I actually ran past it by mistake, which is pretty dumb. Could have been in there and had it armed, but I get shot down. So luckily Ty, he's a spawn point for me, and he's kind of holed up here on this side of the building. I'm going to try and run around and get the A crate armed. There's a defender right in there. I'm able to basically outstrafe him, mow him down, get the crate armed. So what I was kind of hoping in doing this is that it would distract the defenders and that my teammates would push and arm the other crate. Now that's that would be the ideal world, wouldn't it? You'll see as I make my last 2 attempts to go arm it, there's a number of my blue teammates, the blueberries, just sitting there kind of staring at it. So, you know, what you gonna do? But at the end of this, as we're attempting to make my very final push, I actually get caught up in the mantling glitch, the vaulting glitch, and I get killed. That's one thing, is that this mantle thing it's really cool, but it's still just a little bit glitchy. And so I hope that they really smooth things out. As you see, a defender's pushing in to try and cut us off from getting out of the building again. Mow him down, and we're going to make another push here down the right-hand side. Health pack here on the corner. Luckily, people are dropping lots of ammo and health. Actually, more health than ammo. I haven't seen as many people running the support kit. Assault's pretty popular, and Recon's really popular. So I'd like to see you know, more ammo kits being dropped. But you do actually start out with a really healthy starting ammo count. So I haven't found myself running out of ammo too much, which is probably unfortunate. I'm not going on a lot of huge streaks, but it has happened a few times. So anyway, it's whenever, you know, whatever kit you're running, if you have a squad, then it's probably best to organize and have a couple of assaults. Well, there's no vehicles on this map to speak of, so engineer isn't necessarily a great choice. Here's where I kind of get caught up mantling. It bugs out, and gonna make one more attempt at this, but see, there's still a teammate sitting there, and from the other side as well. And I'm actually, I think in the last one, no, here's where I get caught trying to vault. But in the last one, I was trying to split off from my team and I get shot. We didn't get it, but before I have a chance to spawn in again, boom, the game crashed. Anyway, it's a beta. It happens quite a bit. But anyway, at least you get to see the whole map, and hopefully we'll get some gameplay where we take the whole thing down. That's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers. We'll talk soon.
Did you like this video? If you did, check out a couple of these. On NGT Games, we have Spider that started Resistance 3. Solo is now joined by Meatwagon in a Resistance 3 co-op campaign. Be sure to check it out on NGT Games. Next off, on the right side, we have NGT Minecraft. And we are talking about what is to come of our server and what we plan on doing with that. Guys, please be sure to subscribe to NGT Games and NGT Minecraft and click the videos to check them out.